Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and it's the Bundesliga. It's week 25. Haaland is absolutely sizzling. 10 Champions League goals. Bayern Munich, will they have one little side eye on the Champions League next week, even though they did the job in Lazio? Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll let you know that the clocks go forward in the States and Europe over the next couple of weeks. But I'll keep the Eastern time stable. Just means I've got to get up and get in the office for about 5:30 in the morning. So if I'm not looking my normal model self, then it's because I may be a little bit tired, but I will try to go to bed a little bit earlier. Press the link in the description. That'll take you over to articles by Tan or Alex or Martin. But every other sport that we cover here on the video is accompanied by an article. Also, some sports that we don't cover by video, they have articles as well. So there's meat on the bone, parlays, and there's expert knowledge. Now, this month, it's March Madness. If you like your college basketball, then this is a must. I think there's 57 games tomorrow, which on a Friday is almost like a Saturday. 57 games. Esteban, get the boys to let us know what's going on, please.
March Madness is just around the corner, and we at the Three Man Weave are here to tell you we have you covered. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel SBR Sports Picks, Matthew, for all your video needs.
Jim, if you want more, that's not enough. SBR also has a dedicated March Madness headquarters. You can find picks, videos, news, and an updated bracket over at sbrpicks.com/March-Madness, Kai.
All you have to do now is sit back, relax, and let the games begin.
That's the NCAAB, better known as March Madness, and we'll all be looking forward to that. Now, if this is your first time of tuning in to one of our soccer videos, then please say hello in the chat. This whole show revolves around my two masterful experts, which is Alex and Tan. I will say hello to them at some stage, whether it's today or not, I do not know. But come in and say hello. They're a great bunch in there. They're wise as well. Some are not so wise. You'll soon work out who they are. Rampage, rude boy. But listen, let's crack straight on, because Alex, we have to be a little bit careful with Bundesliga because there is a big disparity between top and bottom. But when it's European competition, they sort of come together a little bit more.
Right now.
I watched the show last week that you had with Tan and Eric, and I think that it was
Tan and Alex last week. It was Tan and Alex.
Okay, Tan and Alex. It was a bloodbath, I think. Unfortunately, hopefully, I'm right on time for some good opportunities in the Bundesliga markets here. And like I see, we are wearing the Bayer color, both of us. So don't bet on Bayer this time.
As Nelo wrote, Flash didn't get the memo about dressing.
I got the memo. I just didn't agree with it. I just don't feel that red's my color, to be honest. And by the way, buongiorno, Tan.
Buongiorno. Are you sure? Bloodbath last week? I'm not sure. Someone said, for example,
I went with Gladbach for half time. It was my only winner, to be honest. But Tan, I think there's low-hanging fruit this week. But
I went with
low-hanging fruit is it going to be mouldy?
I went with Bayern, Dortmund.
We're not interested in how you went.
Bayern to win, both teams to score. Leipzig to win at Freiburg. Schalke, Mainz, a double chance. Double chance on Schalke.
Yeah, you did okay.
Yeah, normal.
But the thing is, because Alex wasn't here, Alex sent his little brother, and by the way, I mean really little brother. I've had to put Alex's little brother's total onto yours, Tan, and he didn't do very well. So
why? Just randomly.
It's a team game. It's a team game.
Just randomly. Like
okay, Esteban, stick up them records and let's have a little butchers. Okay, Alex, 0.92. He don't like giving his money away, him, Tancredi. At minus 5.37, Flash at plus 6.25. Parlay needs to step up, gentlemen. We've really got to get our heads around the parlay this week.
Come on.
So, minus 3.39. But with this low-hanging fruit, and if it's not mouldy, it should be an absolute shoo-in that we get our profits. Also, there's a thumb just below the video. Please press that button. It will turn blue. Some say it turns black because they're colorblind. But YouTube love the interaction between myself and you, or you and the experts. We haven't got the experts today. We've got Alex and Tan. So Alex, I'm going to start with you, please, sir. Augsburg plus 310. Listen, they're tricky at home then, boys. Draw plus 280. Gladbach minus 110. Gladbach, all guns blazing earlier on this year, scoring goals. Now, can't hit a barn door.
Seven winless matches, 5 defeats in a row, in which 3 of them they failed to find the back of the net. I'm saying about across all competitions. They have a Champions League game next week on the road against Manchester City. They lost the first leg. I don't think that they are even thinking about going further in this competition. On the other side, pretty decent Augsburg side. I really don't trust that 2-1 defeat at Hertha Berlin. Hertha Berlin with huge ups and downs, but somehow they found a way to exit the danger zone, beating Augsburg, one of the most organized team this season. I think that Augsburg might even win 1 point from this home clash, but I'm going with both teams to score at 1.75, and I think that we should definitely see this one winning.
Okay, both teams to score. It means that probably Augsburg are going to have to go one up. Is there anything in this that maybe says Augsburg are leading at half-time? Is that where the value is, Tan?
I don't know. It could be. What I see is that Augsburg not losing. I don't see Augsburg losing because Mönchengladbach have been dreadful lately. They come from 5 defeats in a row in official games, 7 games without winning. The way they lost to Manchester City seemed to have hammered their confidence later. I think that they will try, just for honoring the competition, to play against Manchester City, not having ambition to reverse it. But anyway, but Augsburg actually ain't that bad. They are slowly getting upper and upper the relegation zone. 1 point here, 1 point there. They deal with Leverkusen. They won at Mainz. Actually, any Hertha game as any Hoffenheim game lately is very hard to take. But anyway, they are more reliable than they were before. And considering Gladbach that might be distracted also by the upcoming Champions League game. So therefore I say home double chance for Augsburg.
Okay, love the chat. Love it. Tony Meatballs is piped up. It's nice to see. I've not seen him tweet or text before or put anything in the chat, but he's asking who the old dude is. That's Tancredi. He's on the right. He's in the Bayern Munich shirt. So just enjoy his wealth of knowledge. So just pin your ears back, listen. But thanks for the interaction in the chat.
I thought that you would dribble that comment and put it on your side a little bit. You know?
Hey. You've got to be able to duck and dive in this game. Let's move on because we've got Mainz at plus 166. A bit of an off-skew price there. Probably my sausage fingers. It's probably plus 165. Draw plus 250. And Freiburg at plus 165. Tan. They can't split these two. But I think Freiburg are a little bit better than Mainz.
Yeah, but anyway, for both of them, there is always a path. That is the one. We always see that there aren't many goals in their game, especially with Freiburg. Freiburg very solid, conceding very little. But the thing is that even Mainz, it's not like you would tune on Mainz game for entertainment. But anyway, when they lose, normally it's never by many goals. It's true, Freiburg are favorite, but as you see there, the odds are pretty leveled because lately Freiburg have lost a bit of pace.
But tough games though, Tan. They've had tough games.
Yes, in fact, because they lost to Leipzig, but still they won to Borussia Dortmund, they won to Leverkusen. But what counts is that in 2 out of last 4 Freiburg games, they had under 2.5 goals in the score sheet. Same that happened in 4 out of the last 6 Mainz games. So for me, that the way to go here is under 2.5 goals. And before going to Alex, can I ask him to show us what is he wearing today? Because this is what I care the most about.
What he's wearing the 1972 European tracksuit top.
Show me. I want to see.
I'll tell you what, he's got his ghetto blaster just under the table, bit of lino on his arm. He's going to be like spinning on his back.
You don't want to see what I'm wearing under the table.
No,
I don't want to see that. I want to see what
don't.
you are wearing over the table now. Show me better.
No. It's a training.
It's a family show, Tan. Can you
it's just a training.
Yeah. But I bought it because it's the colors of Bayern Munich.
Bought it?
Yeah. My wife
hand me down.
That really let me down.
Or nothing like that.
I really like this brand. This is
That really let me down.
Let's have a little here. Is it Adidas or Adidas?
Adidas.
But
But anyway, you can.
It's Adidas.
It's Adidas.
If you're thinking about the name from where it comes,
Yeah, it's Adidas.
Adidas.
Yes, Adidasler. But anyway,
Adidas. Thank you very much.
really let me down. I thought it was like Bayern Munich finalist of European Cup in the...
It was the old. Remember the physiotherapist that used to run on the pitch with the little bag?
He got the bell. He got the bell of the physiotherapist. Yes,
he come running on like this.
Yeah. No, but that bell of Adidas.
If Alex was your physiotherapist running on, you'd be like that, and you'd see these beers just dropping out of his physio bag.
drink it.
Oh, I've got a bad leg. You get...
Yeah, but it's only Heineken, zero alcohol on the pitch. I'm drinking with alcohol out of the pitch.
Exactly. Okay, we've got Mainz, Freiburg. Where are you going, Alex?
I'm going both teams to score at 1.8. I think that you cannot separate these two teams right now. Despite both of them sitting in two different spots on the table, Mainz fighting relegation, I think that this match is way more important for Mainz than it is for Freiburg. You can see Freiburg beating big teams, but you can see Freiburg in the same time making bad results against small clubs. Small clubs lower in the standings, not necessarily small clubs. So both teams to score a very, very good option here at 1.8. Maybe with a draw no bet for Freiburg, but I'm pretty sure that this might even be a draw match, a 1-1 kind of match, you know.
Yeah, listen, I think this could be a 1-1. I think the under 2.5 is definitely in play. Nilo, whereabouts are you from? Because your pronunciation of Adidas is like oodie doodie da. I mean, what's all that about? You've been on the source. I keep forgetting that a lot of our audience are 7 or 8 hours ahead. And obviously having this show, it's the early evening and it's obviously already 1 o'clock. Okay, moving on. Alex, Union -105, draw +250, Koln +330. I think you go near this game, you're off your head.
No, yeah, but not even for watching this game.
No.
I'm not even curious about watching this game. I'm telling you, I'm starting to be very disappointed.
Can
with,
they breathe?
Union Berlin.
Can they breathe? Can they leave? Can they?
Yeah, they can. Okay. Union Berlin draw games with Arminia and with Schalke, not even able to score a goal. And on the other side, we have Köln that are conceding in every match, and they have difficult times to find the back of the net. I think that this is the under 2.5 type of game, but the bookies have it covered because under 2.5 is at 1.6. So imagine if the bookies are giving 1.6. Imagine that the bookies are giving 2.3 on the over 2.5 games in Germany. What match should be like?
I'll tell you what, though, sometimes it's best to fade the public. And I could see this game being like a 4-2, 4-3, because I think both teams fancy they could win the game.
I think that FC Köln will find it difficult to find the back of the net. So I'm staying away from
I'm staying
everything.
away.
Union Berlin.
It's easy to give an opinion when you're staying away.
Union Berlin will rather not concede and go with 1 point from this than to go and to let it open at the back for Köln to enter. You know.
No, I agree with that. And You are looking more and more like the Russian physio. More and more I look at you. Tan, Union Köln. It could be anything, couldn't it?
It could be anything. Although I'm going with Union to win. See, I'm like the thinker from Rodin. Like, with what I should go. The sculpture. I was talking about the sculpture.
Yeah, we know that. The sculpture, yeah, we know that.
Okay, no, because
not all the sculptures that you are showing.
I heard the silence, so I said, I can't detect any thought here. No, but I would go with Union to win because, Union have not been brilliant lately, to be honest. But in spite of not being brilliant, they didn't go below a standard. I mean, all in all, they are still seventh in the table, in spite of dropping points because they drew many games, not losing, but drew many games that they could have won easily, like with Schalke, of course. But anyway, didn't go below a standard. And I think that finally scheduling can favor them because Koln has been very dreadful lately. Like, really, the relegation zone is dragging them down. They feel the power of the dark star of relegation zone that is dragging them down. And the odds on Union...
The power of the dark star. How deep was that? How deep was that?
Mein Mutter. Mamma mia. Oh, it is Mamma mia, Romanian.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia.
Them stars on your shirt, you got 4 stars. Are they your DJ awards that you've put on there?
My award as a DJ you couldn't put on a shirt.
Did you win a few?
I would say that it wasn't an award that you would lift, but it was an enjoyable award.
Only to drink. Awards to drink in that Mau.
In some sense, you could say that it was an award to drink. Anyway, talking back to what you were saying, when I saw the odds that were so favorable on Union, I thought, okay, so maybe the bookmakers here are smelling something that I started to feel as well. So that there could be a huge unbalancing towards Union that are anyway bit too long missing with home winning. So minus 1.05, still good enough for me to be taken Union to win.
Okay, Union at minus 105, been very negative recently, but maybe I fancy both teams. I mean, the Alex Classic could be in play here because we fade the public. I mean, that's probably the way to go. Next game, Werder at plus 1100, draw plus 600, and the ultimate professionals, Bayern minus 365, Tan.
My 2 minutes of a particular idiocy of the week with this hat on and this shirt on. The problem here is what we can find valuable in this game, because obviously after Bayern,
normally it's both teams to score and over, or it's Bayern to win and both teams to score. But you think Werder will score?
No, but it's not even that valuable. It's not like that kind of price that it's really worth to take. After Bayern defeating Borussia Dortmund, on one side we all think, okay, it's done. They're just now sailing to the end. But if you look at the table, in the end, they only have 2 points advantage over Leipzig. They can't really get distracted. Anyway, their game against Lazio in Champions League is done and dusted. But you should think about Werder Bremen that actually had a midweek game. So Bayern could rest and prepare the game. Werder Bremen had on Wednesday night, a cold Wednesday night in Bielefeld.
They cruised. They were the best 120 we've seen in a long while.
That was much more important, grabbing those 3 points, than this against Bayern. They won, but obviously it was a stress that they will feel. So I think that the value here, was not bad at all, considering that Bayern, now we are seeing that when they are winning, finally in the last months, they are winning large. So Bayern to win with at least 1 goal handicap.
Yeah, I've given you minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap to win by 2 goals. Are you happy with that? Because that got you around plus 100.
Okay.
You happy with that?
Okay.
Alex, Bayern, do they concede early against Werder? Because if they don't concede early, then win to nil comes in. and also minus 1.5 comes in as well.
They tend to concede many goals, Bayern Munich, in the last period of
Why
time.
do you think that is?
I think it's about a relaxing mode in some
Complacency.
games.
Yeah.
They say, okay, we are there, we are up, let's not force it. And when they see that they are one goal down, after that they start to play, normal, their normal game. If you see a little bit the table, they scored 71 goals in 24 matches in this Bundesliga season. We have 10 more matches to go till the end of the season. I'm pretty sure that they want to. I don't know how it is in the locker room, but you can tell us more if they are saying, okay, we want to arrive at 100 goals scored this season. Do the players talk that between them?
Yeah, without a doubt, they'd have that. They may even have it up in big. They'd have like different boards up in the changing room, and that may well be a massive target. It's almost like Man City. They had the 100 points, 100 goals, and they tick them off as they go.
Exactly. So I think that this is my point, because I'm pretty sure that this is an important game for them from the goal scoring point of view. Werder are conceding a lot. Don't get misled by the Wednesday game. Their opponents were red carded and they only cruised in that game. But they have a pretty tough schedule, Bayern, if you ask me. They have against Stuttgart the other weekend. After that, away at RB Leipzig. I think that is the match of the season. And after that, they have with Union Berlin. They have with Wolfsburg. So the scheduling for Bayern Munich is not that easy. They are playing with organized team. They are playing with top table teams, not from the bottom of the table. So I think that this one, this is the game where they would love to cruise. Anyway, they sealed the qualification in Champions League. Yeah, Tom Cruise.
I saw. So you mean Mission Impossible, right?
007, yes.
Why not Cocktail?
Or 007 to be the score. 0 for Werder, 7 for Bayern.
Schalke 0-4. Schalke 0-4.
Schalke 0-4. I think that the Bayern minus 1.5 makes a great sense. I think that Bayern and over 2.5 goals makes another great sense. I don't know if Werder will score, but they will probably do.
Okay, so Bayern at minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap looks like the way to go. Now, next game. First of the low-hanging fruit for me, Wolfsburg minus 280, let me down last week. Draw plus 450. Schalke plus 900. Also, Weghorst to score at any time, Alex.
Wolfsburg. What is the problem with Wolfsburg?
They missed chances last week when it was 1-1. They score that, they go on and win the game.
They dominated that game. They had 17 opportunities of scoring, 5 shots on target, only 1 goal. But the problem was in the first half, I think that they entered a bit relaxed.
But you were not reading those stats. You know it by memory since already many days, right?
Yeah, we watched it. We watched the games, Tan.
And you remember those stats since then.
Because we lost. You always remember the stats when you lose.
When you lose, you remember everything, because
why
I had the 2 units. I had the 2 units bet on Wolfsburg, so I know that what happened.
Mamma mia.
This is why it is so big. This is why you see it so big, because it's full
big.
of information.
So you keep the stats in the bell. Now I understand.
No, it's up here. Listen.
Okay.
You are one of the most famous people for having knowledge up here.
This is why
mine is here. Is in the eyebrows, especially. That's why.
There's a couple of.
It's so furry. It's so furry. It's knowledge eyebrows.
So today don't complicate it. They win the game. How do we get the value, Alex?
This is why I'm not complicating you to go Wolfsburg -1 or halftime, full time, which I think that it will happen halftime, full time. I have them in a combo with Leverkusen, but we'll talk about Leverkusen later on.
Okay, so you just basically money line parlay.
Money line Wolfsburg Leverkusen 1.85.
Yeah, I've gone the same way, but I haven't gone with 2. I've gone with 4. Okay, Tan.
Wolfsburg winning with handicap. They were unlucky against Hoffenheim. They lost also but you have to keep in consideration they were coming by from the DFB Pokal game against Leipzig. They definitely don't have the squad to handle the two competitions if one of the games is against Leipzig. Schalke are grabbing points here and there. Few. But
I think that Schalke season it came to an end. I think that on their match against the Mainz, that they draw 0. They had a goalless draw against their direct opponents from going down. I think that this is the end of Schalke. They are 9 points against the playoff spot, which is occupied right now by Arminia Bielefeld. So I think it's the end. I don't think that one win in 24 games doesn't represent.
Yeah, but sometimes there's a double-edged sword, because sometimes they'll relax now and maybe play their best stuff. Do I think they get anything at Wolfsburg? No, I don't. But over the coming weeks, they may well start trying new things out, and new positives might come out of it for next season. So there might be a side just to leave alone.
Like playing football, badminton, when you talk about...
Well, it's almost like if we go back 6 months, Schalke were a side that were tipped for European place.
I see Wolfsburg here just to go and do a winning with handicap.
Okay, what, 1 or 1.5?
1 goal handicap.
You think they win by 2 goals? In other words, okay, let's move on. Tan.
Keep going.
Okay, thank you. Dortmund, low-hanging fruit, -200. Haaland to score any time is an absolute shoo-in. Draw +380. And I called them Berlin. I called them Hertha. +600. Tan?
Seems really like what happened against Sevilla, we already said, but in the first leg has completely released the horses. And when we say horses, we mean all the horses put together inside the huge muscle pumped fit body of Holland. They played very good against Sevilla, and it was a draw just because in the end they thought it was over. But anyway, they led the game. Against Bayern, they played at the same level as Bayern, basically. They should feel tired against Hertha, maybe. But the truth is that Hertha possibly is the best side to play after the Champions League fixture. It's true that they won last week against Augsburg, if I'm not mistaken, but Hertha have won only 1 game in the last 10. Very weak, very disjointed, a very disjointed team. And Borussia Dortmund seem to me really going good together at the moment. So I say, but anyway, always considering something, because they play football, they are open. So I say Dortmund to win and over 2.5 goals. Okay,
over 2.5 goals and Dortmund to win. We've got in the chat at +132. We've got Dortmund -1.5. I've also got Dortmund to score in both halves at +102. A little bit worried about that, 'cause Dortmund could well be a little bit leggy for the first 20-25 minutes. I could see this maybe being draw half-time, Dortmund full-time. But Alex, this is another leg that I'm putting in a 4-team parlay or 4 picks. And I've just gone, don't complicate it, Dortmund win.
Yeah, Hertha are there at the relegation zone, 2 points above Arminia Bielefeld. On the other side, the rest of the season is very important for Dortmund because they are trailing Eintracht Frankfurt, who are now in the 4th position for the Champions League spots by 4 points. It's not easy to recuperate those 4 points, I'm telling you. And if they don't put their foot on the gas, they will have problems. 10 more matches to go till the end of the season. It will be a disaster for Dortmund not to qualify in the Champions League. That is for sure. So Eintracht Frankfurt right now, Piontek scored last week, but that win against Augsburg didn't impress me at all. I don't know if they will put a number on Eintracht on Hertha or not, but I'm pretty sure that they will lead at halftime and win the game at full time. So the value is there at 2.2. I'm going Dortmund halftime full time.
2.1 plus 110.
2.2.
Plus 120 half-time, full-time. You're just wanting Dortmund to come out of the big thing there is you just don't want her.
They had an intense week. The defeat against Bayern Munich. Everyone thought that after that defeat, they will have problems with Sevilla, but they put it on a great show against Sevilla. They absorbed the pressure very good. And after that, they went to score with the wolf of Bundesliga being there everywhere on the field. That Haaland is a goal machine. So I really think that hopefully they will not rest Haaland. I'm pretty sure that they will not, because
I think Alex, I think the biggest factor in this game is that Hertha don't put 9 men across the back, like across their penalty area, and not allow any space to get in behind. Just try and hang on for a 0-0.
I don't think that because Hertha are not that type of game, you know, so they will go to take something from this match because they are also on the desperate position there. So when you see some, if it was, for example, Wolfsburg against Hertha Berlin, you would say that Wolfsburg are third in the standings. Hertha are fighting relegation, and you would have a completely opinion about the match. But Dortmund are there in the 6th position right now, far away from the top 4 spots. So they have to put their this to bring their A game, you know.
Is plus 175 any value with Dortmund winning to 0?
No.
Right. Okay, move on. Leverkusen, third part of my low-hanging fruit 4-team parlay, is minus 240 Leverkusen, draw plus 430, and Bielefeld, hungry for points, at plus 810, Alex.
How hungry they are for points, Rash?
Sorry?
How hungry are they for points?
Well, they're desperado. That's why, I mean, listen, I don't think they get anything out of this game, but they could make it difficult. I don't think Leverkusen win 5-0, let's put it that way.
Even if they are desperate for points, what they are showing has nothing to do with the top flight league in Germany. I really think that they should go down in Zweite Bundesliga, because this is where they belong right now with the squad that they have at their disposal.
Do you want to spit on their shirt as you are there?
No, I
sure?
don't want to spit. No, thank you.
Because it seemed like.
Leverkusen are back after 3 winless games with a very important win against München Gladbach, putting more salt on the wound on that München Gladbach team, you know. And I really think that this should be another classic Leverkusen win there. They should take advantage of their form right now. It's very important again to continue to win points, and they are there on the Champions League spots, fighting for the Champions League spots. So this should be a convincing win for Leverkusen. This is why my second parlay bet together with Wolfsburg is Leverkusen, and together they are at 1.85.
Yeah, I got you actually minus 110. I got you 1.92.
Oh, but thank you.
No problem. I'm all heart. You know that. Apart from when I'm speaking to Tan. Tan, Leverkusen, Bielefeld. Leverkusen on your top 5?
I don't remember if they're in my top 5. I guess so, though. Seems like Barca. Are they? Tell me, Flash, are they?
Well, we'll see when I put up your picks.
Okay. Anyway, seems like Barca, man, is hacking my computer. Actually, it is not in my top 5, I think now. But seems like he's hacking my computer because he just suggested win at both hours at 3.10, which is my pick. Leverkusen is very good. It's a very good one. Arminia Bielefeld, as you mentioned, they don't deserve any human respect. No, almost human respect.
I didn't say. I said that.
You said you wanted to see them deleted from the planet of football. I remember you said this word. You said that you hope they were dismantled in the sky. That's what you said. Okay. While Leverkusen winning last week, Gladbach might have find back the pace. Oh, guys, you remember? No, I mean, Now Leverkusen are 3 points behind the Champions League spot, and only a couple of months ago they entered the crucial game against Bayern, leading Bundesliga. It's unbelievable. In December, yeah, already 3 months.
They were playing the best football out of the whole of the Bundesliga, but then obviously what happens then is they're scouted. I mean, teams then have to adjust, and they're not going to let teams just run away and do as they please.
And also they were unlucky not to win that game against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it was very
they were winning that game against Bayern Munich.
So the quality was there in them, but then possibly all the things that lack of confidence that piled up. But the way they won last week at Mönchengladbach makes me tell that they could find back the pace. And Arminia Bielefeld, honestly, it's someone that could happily help that operation.
So you're happy to say that Leverkusen win? Have you got any value?
Both halves.
They win at half-time, full-time, or they win both halves. Okay, next game. Very tricky game, this, Tan. Leipzig at -145. Didn't really show up. Had half chances against Liverpool. Draw +300. Frankfurt +400. Frankfurt let us down last week. I saw them winning and both teams scoring. I cannot split these two sides, funnily enough. And I've gone with a draw at +300. It's my only single bet in Bundesliga.
I'm going with a draw at the halftime. Okay. Because definitely I think Leipzig is going to have a slower start due also to the fatigue of Champions League, but that doesn't mean that they would not come out in the second half. Anyway, they are accustomed to start a bit slower. But Eintracht seem to have touched the ceiling as it happened to Leverkusen, as it happened to Wolfsburg. They lost in Bremen and they drew against Stuttgart. It's always the same cycle, It happened exactly the same to Leverkusen first and to Wolfsburg then, and seems like the same now to Eintracht. That maybe will be, that possibly will be very careful handling Leipzig. So they won't play uncovered because they know that Leipzig can be lethal, but possibly won't last all the game. But anyway, I prefer just to stay with the draw at the halftime.
Yeah, I can see this being an unders game though, Alex.
No, I think that this will be the most entertaining game of the round in Bundesliga, in my opinion. Leipzig coming after that Champions League defeat. I don't know how much force they have right now. It wasn't only the minutes that they spent it on the field. It was also the defeat. It played also with their morale a little bit. Okay, they are up there in the second place, trailing Bayern Munich by only 2 points. But this Champions League defeat in the middle of the week brings you negative feelings for the next match, And if they don't recover fast, I might see even an Eintracht to return home with points here, with all 3 points. But I'm going with the Alex Classic at 1.8. Eintracht fresh, no injuries. It's time to bounce back and show us how they were till 2 rounds ago. We were in the Eintracht train for so much time. We cashed many tickets with them, like we did with Wolfsburg. It happens that this train might have a stop. Sometimes it has people have to go down from the train, new to enter, So yeah, I think that it will be one of the most entertaining games of the round. Alex Classic at 1.8 for me.
Okay, well, I'm hoping it's a 2-2 then, and we all cash. Next game, I think, is an Alex Classic, and it's the full flag, and it's a little bit. I mean, I cannot believe that the Alex Classic in Stuttgart at +150, draw +285, and Hoffenheim at +175. I think both teams score, but the Alex Classic is -165. So instead of me just doing it as a single, I bumped up my other 3 and made it a 14 parlay. Alex, Stuttgart and Hoffenheim, both teams to score, and over 2.5.
Yeah, as you said, the price is not that good for the Alex Classic in this match, but I'm telling you what is good. At 1.8, you can take over 3 goals on the Asian handicap. So only if 3 goals are scored, you'll take your money back. If 4 and more are scored, you will win the bet. So if you say Alex Classic, you refer to 3 goals at least in the match, right? So better odds, risking a little bit, maybe with a void bet, but it's not a loss, it's a void bet. I can even see a 3-0 from one side or the other. This match can go bonkers. It can happen anything. I think that even a 2-2 kind of draw is on the cards, or even the Alex Classic improved, both teams to score in both halves should be around 6.0. You know.
Alex, if Stuttgart are going to score, who's going to score for them?
Oh, my guy. I don't wanna say because Tan will make fun again.
Okay.
What?
Tan,
I
who
mean,
scores?
you are
Who
making
scores for
fun
Stuttgart?
about the squirrel, the not squirrel, and everything. No, I don't want to say Bawangituka because
No, but
Tanya will make fun of me.
it's very important. They don't have only Koulibaly and Vamagituka there on the wing.
Hey!
They have also Kalajic, who is very good on with set pieces. They're good at headers, and I think that this is very important for Stuttgart. But again, we might see a 2-2 draw here.
Okay, I also like a little free team anytime goal scorer parlay. Maybe just for fun, because we're not doing the live show on Saturday morning. We're going to do it on Sunday morning. So we're going to hopefully take in the the Arsenal Spurs game. But I like Weghorst, Haaland, and Lewandowski all to score at any time. Stuttgart, Hoffenheim. What about for you, Tan?
For me, it's the classic Bundesliga game with goals. Now, Stuttgart and Hoffenheim, not always when they play, it's coming out on over 2.5 goals. Not always. But it actually they are, both teams, they adjust to the kind of opponent they have in front. So if they have a slow-pace opponent in front, they adjust to that. But one against one in the middle of each other, so defending a little bit more loosey, let me say, and wanting to play. So, in my opinion, can go in perfectly fitting on the Alex Classic. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. I don't know if it will be an enforced Alex Classic that is the next level. Bonkery, I can go in that. So Alex Classic will be enough, which anyway is quite well priced.
Yeah, I don't see any clean sheets from these two. I think both teams score. I think one of them at least gets 2 goals. Even if it's a 2-2 draw, then Alex will be in with his over 3. I'll be in with my Alex Classic. Now, before I go and get the picks, then please, thumbs up, 40 of you. 65 watching, 40. That's decent. That's way over 55. Oh, it might even be close to 60%. But please put your thumbs up, show a bit of appreciation. YouTube absolutely loves it. Esteban, let's get these picks up, please. Alex's picks. Augsburg, both teams to score, -130. Leipzig, Alex Classic, -125. Dortmund, half-time, full-time, +120. If they come out the traps, that is absolutely stealing money. And Wolfsburg and Leverkusen in a parlay, money line, -108. Bayern, -2, +110. He gets his money back if Bayern win by 2 clear goals, but 3-0, he's a winner. Augsburg, double chance, -110. Leipzig, draw half-time. Just a 45-minute game there for Tan at +130. Dortmund to win and over 2.5 goals at +100. Wolfsburg, -1.5 on the Asian handicap at +100. Good stuff there, Tan. Good stuff. Leipzig draw for me at +300. And then the 4-team parlay is the Stuttgart Alex Classic. Then the money line of Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, and Dortmund, the 3 low-hanging fruits. So basically, I think to myself, I'm getting +360 just for Stuttgart Hoffenheim Alex Classic. Now, 2-team parlay. We've got to screw our nuts here, boys, because we're like 3.4 units down on the parlay. Tan, give me your first one, please.
Sorry, I just found someone called Topo Blue, which is, I think, the first time he's writing. It's writing, I met Tan in FIFA Fan Fest in St. Petersburg, which actually could really be. Can you remind me, Topo Blue, what was the occasion? I mean, it was in the World Cup and I was there, and actually I left piece of my heart in St. Petersburg. But can you remind me what happened at the time we met? Meanwhile,
yeah, as long as he wasn't indecent. And by the way, love the fact that you're texting Top of the Blue. Love that. But now, while you're thinking about where and what Tan did to you, can you?
No, it's not like I did something to him. I was.
You never know. You might have been an inspiration to him.
He was stripping while DJing.
Listen, he's remembered it. How long ago was that, St. Petersburg?
3 years ago.
Well, I mean,
the World Cup.
Or it took him 3 years to hunt you down.
To recall, unbelievable. That would be unbelievable.
Imagine, really. Maybe you were stripping while DJing.
No, because that was when I was working as a DJ, which is a bit different.
Okay.
There was the FIFA Fan Fest in Berlin. I was celebrating the World Cup. Actually, that was a different story. But Top of Blue, you really got my attention there. Anyway,
good.
For the parlay...
Now, how about I get your attention and you give me one of the parlays?
No, I can't. Anyway, for the parlay, my tip is, I would say...
We need a winner, so don't mind some squirrels.
Bayern 1.5 handicap.
Minus 1.5. If someone can give me a price for Bayern and 1.5 handicap, that'd be great.
But you don't have the price for Bayern -1. I think that minus 1.5. This was his tip also, no?
No, yeah, it was, but he changed in -2. So never mind. He's doing what he wants.
Minus 1.5 is at 1.7.
Okay, minus 135. Like that, Tan. Like that. I think they win by 2 clear goals.
Colombia game, a Top of Blue. I remember Colombia game, but
okay, well, you have your private chat after Alex gives me his 2-team parlay, and I can just say goodbye.
Dortmund halftime, full time at 2.2.
Dortmund halftime at what? Plus 120?
Yes.
Oh, on them, boys. We're going for the big guns this week. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button, and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you, and you'll never miss any content again. With the Premier League coming up, by the way, just give you a little snippet. Premier League, I have found a plus 550 and a plus 400 and a plus 240. So listen, it might be wise because I might make 10 to 12 units this week. I've had 3 winning weeks in the Premier League and my total is coming down. But also press a link in the description.
Slowly you arrive to 0.
Alex. Sorry, Alex?
Slowly you arrive to 0.
Yeah, I normally do. I know you know me. I'm normally there at the end.
This is when you start to gain units after units.
Well, the funny thing is, I actually thought that. I mean, obviously, I'm still talking about the articles. If you go over, you'll see articles by Tan, by Alex, or by Martin. But every video and every sport that we cover here on SBR is accompanied by written articles with parlays and plenty meat on the bones for singles. Yeah, Alex, you know that a certain time of year, it's normally around. I start seeing big prices pop up, and this week is the first time this season. Let's put it this way: I only need one of my 5 selections to come in, and the other 4 are free. And if you do tune in, I think that you might just agree with them as well. They are very, very big. Now, 2-team parlay is Bayern to win and minus 1.5, Dortmund to win half-time, full-time at plus 120. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat. Thanks for Top of the Blue, because Tan's ears have really pricked up. If you can just press the thumb, make it go blue. Some say go black. But until next week, when it will be Champions League, Europa League, Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League, and La Liga. And remember, your time stays the same. Mine doesn't. Thanks, boys.
Ciao, Top of Blue. We actually flash England, Italy together. Go look for Sports Tonight Live shows. He's saying he wants to see us fighting in the cage after 5 years watching together.